Welcome to the Blerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerds and Nerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we're back bringing you all our thoughts on everything happening in nerd culture. Much to discuss this week. The video game industry seems to just perpetually be going in a downward spiral. But before we get into that, if you are new to the podcast, please make sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast app of choice, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Even if you are just listening to our audio episodes and you don't have time to watch us on video, just head over there, give us a subscribe, give the episode a like. We would really appreciate it. We have a lot of audio listeners, so if you could just go on over and show the YouTube page some love, we would appreciate it. And yeah, just continue to support the podcast. I hear myself echoing. I feel like I'm going crazy, but it's fine. Maybe I'm not. What's up, guys? What have you been up to? What are some nerdy things you guys have been doing?
I could kick it off this week. Been playing Pokemon Go still. Not Pokemon Go, Pokemon Champion. Having fun with that. Still watching House of Dragons. That's going crazy. Actually, just finished the Tyreek part of Power, and I'm going to watch Kane in that. And then I started X-Men 97. I watched the whole first season again and the episodes that came out. So I'm up to date in that.
There's 3 out, right?
Yeah.
There's 3 episodes. Yeah. Well, as of Sunday today, there's 3. I don't know when the new episodes drop.
And then just, playing some retro games on the device I bought.
How is it?
It's been pretty good. It's been pretty nice. I'm having fun with it. Been playing a lot of Dreamcast lately, for the most part.
What have you been playing?
This game, Evolution. That's the one I'm trying to focus on, but I've been just testing it out. Still like tinkering and setting it up still.
Okay.
I almost got it where I want it. Probably like 80%.
And what about Final Fantasy? Since you bragged about being able to play it on there.
So I tried to play it on there and
couldn't play it on there?
It eventually crashed, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's yeah.
It's a little sketchy.
That's no excuse to have not finished it though.
No, it isn't. It isn't. But I did make it
okay.
out.
Fair enough. Okay. What else? Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, cool. James, what have you been up to?
Well, Dr. Stone ended, so I have not watched any anime this week. Well, so I watched My Adventure with Superman. I'm up to date in that. It's going pretty well so far. I finished live action for Avatar, The Last Airbender, and then I got caught up to X-Men 97, so all the episodes that released. So that's really all I've been watching this week. Gaming wise, GTA 5, still been playing a little bit of it. It's not super crazy interesting to me, so I don't think might not end up finishing this one. It's like 25 hours. I think I'm like 5 in. It's cool, but I'm not a huge GTA fan. But I did start playing 2XKO. So last weekend was Evolution fighting game tournament. So I was watching that. I was enjoying watching 2XKO, and I remember I had it. So diving back into fighting games, I know when Marvel Tokon comes out, I'm going to want to be fully immersed in that. So I'm trying to get better at just like the basics, the building blocks of fighting games through 2XKO. So been playing that on ranked. I'm the lowest rank right now, but don't worry, I will get better. So yeah, I'm using that as like a training piece until Marvel Tokon comes out. So
James,
reading wise, I'm gonna do top 100. Reading wise, One Piece, I got caught up in the manga there. They gave a backstory on Brook, so if anybody's a huge Brook fan, he got some backstory in the latest chapters. And I finished Awkward Thoughts of W. Kamau Bell. It was all right, but I found a new book to read. It's called Black Buck. So they said it's kind of like the movie Sorry to Bother You. They said if you're a fan of that, then you'll probably be a fan of this book. So I'm gonna check it out, see how it goes. So that'll be book number 8 if I do finish this one.
Nice. Look at you blazing on through your reading goal.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm very behind on my reading goal, but that's besides the point. Anything else for you?
No, that's it.
Cool. Okay. Well, me. So funny story. I put on X-Men 97 last night. First of all, I also forgot this. There's too many things coming out. I looked on my TV one day and I saw that it was out and I was like, oh my God, I completely forgot about this. Anyway, so I put it on. Then I fell asleep. Then I woke up and the second episode was on. And there were things happening on the screen and I was like, this seems familiar. Didn't this happen last season? And then I checked and it was playing season 1 and not season 2. So I wasted an hour of my valuable time rewatching last season. So by the time I got back to it, I was only able to watch one. So I watched one episode of the new season. I'm not caught up yet, but I'll be caught up by later. Jaja, don't look so disappointed.
Not disappointed.
Okay, I attempted. It just something fell off and I knew it. I was like, It seems familiar because I watched this already. It was season 1. I was very confused. So yeah, I watched the first episode, but you guys can still talk about it. It's fine. What else did I do? I have not watched Avatar yet. I've had no desire to watch it just because nobody says anything good about it. James, did you like it? Did you say if you liked it or not?
I think it's good. I think it's overhated, to be honest, because people are watching it like strictly to compare it to the cartoon version.
But yeah, you shouldn't do that, people.
Yeah, just watch it as its own thing. But
Okay.
no, I mean, I got no major complaints with it.
Okay, I'll get into it. I've been having a different kind of nerdy week, honestly, the past week and a half. It's been a big K-pop is having a moment right now, guys. So that's what I've been invested in the last week and a half. Stray Kids has a new song, and they have a new album coming out, and they're going on tour again. So I will be readying myself to be purchasing those tickets. I must see them VIP. So I've been paying attention to that. ATEEZ, which is another K-pop group, they also had a comeback in the past week. Paying attention to that too.
Yeah. Same, yeah.
Have you, James? Really? Chase Infinity. I don't know if you guys know who she is. She's an actress. She was in One Battle After Another. She was in the new ATEEZ video. She loves K-pop, so been watching a lot of interviews with her. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. So that's where my nerdy week has been. I'll be back to anime and stuff next week. But then also, I've been still playing Persona. I'm about like 9.5 hours in right now. So I think I just got to a point where I started to get into it because I'm playing in like the first real, I think this is the first like long playthrough of the first dungeon. So it's getting a little bit more interesting, but it's definitely a lot of dialogue and a lot of cutscenes and a lot of stuff that you have to kind of maneuver through to get to this point. So, but it's all right. I'm having fun. I don't know where my rating is yet. So I'm going to play through it a little bit more and see what happens. But yeah, it's been fine. It's been okay. And then what else? I think that's it. Yeah. Low key nerdy week for me this
So,
week.
quick question for you. Did you ever watch
Yeah.
any more of Pluto?
No, I didn't actually. But that's because I just told you.
What does blurred consumption even mean anymore?
Wait, Blurred Consumption was only 2 episodes, guys. It wasn't the whole season.
Shrinkflation on blurred consumption.
No, Blurred Consumption is only 2 episodes. You don't have to watch the whole season of something.
Wait, did you
for
watch
Blurred
2?
Consumption.
I thought you said you were like halfway through the second.
No, you're right. I didn't finish the second one. I forgot.
Shrinkflation.
But first of all, did Jaja even watch it at all? Why are you coming for me? Jaja didn't even watch it.
You played the card.
And watch the whole thing before next week. That's
Okay. Don't try too hard. James is not even going to be here next week, Jaja. Give yourself 2 weeks.
Yeah, almost.
DreamCon is next week. He's not going to be here. And I doubt you're going to watch. First of all, can I Blurred Consumption you to finish Final Fantasy? How about that? How about you pick up your
card at a time?
You can't Blurred Consumption yourself.
Only one card at a time.
That's fine. That's fine.
There's still an active card on the table.
There is. You're right. Wow. Sorry, guys. But at least I watched most of it. I don't think I should be the one getting the slack here when there's someone here who hasn't watched any of it.
Most of it. And it's 1.5 episodes.
Yeah, most of the 2 episodes that we were mandated to watch. James, you were just overly ambitious and you watched the whole season. But you definitely didn't have to.
Overachieving for the pod.
Okay, let's get into some news for this week. Where do we want to start?
We can start with Google. They got some interesting thing going on. They announced the Indie Games Fund for Africa, and it's a $1 million funding initiative designed to support small and independent game studios across Africa. So that was pretty cool.
That is cool. I was reading about that. Yeah, it seems pretty cool. And they're offering grants to small game studios without taking any equity. So they can still retain full ownership of their studio, but they'll just get some cash infusion. So that's cool for them. Yeah.
Some features of the program include, a total funding of $1 million, non-equity cash awards for selected studios, direct support for growth on Google Play, technical and business development guidance, mentorship from industry experts and Google teams, assistance with scaling and user acquisition strategies. So, yeah, sounds like some good things going on over there, and we personally know African developers from this podcast, friend of the show. So, definitely want to support the growth of the industry over there because, gaming, I would like to see more African games because I've played a couple of the recent ones that are pretty good.
Did they say how many winners there are? Is it just one studio winner? Or is it a couple winners? Is it just one?
Yeah, it'll be a couple different. So it's a million like in total that they're giving away to different studios.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Plus the
That's cool.
support on the like Google Play Store and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. There's some hope yet for the gaming industry, but not much, as we'll get into soon. What else is going on?
We got some Final Fantasy news. So with the third game coming out in the trilogy of the remake for Final Fantasy VII, the developers are saying people are wondering if other Final Fantasies are going to get the same treatment, and if they get a remake, will it be like as deep as the Final Fantasy remake, or will they do it more traditional style with not as much of what they put into Final Fantasy VII, pretty much?
No. What does that mean? Like they're going to return to turn-based gameplay? They should absolutely not do that.
No, I'm just saying what the question was, but
Yes.
let
All
me
they
see.
need to do is scale back on the mini games. They don't need to do well. They can improve on the there's always improvements to the fighting mechanics, which it looks like there might be some. Just scale back on the mini games. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to experiment with anything else. Just end it the way I think people pretty much enjoy the play style of the first two games. It was just the mini games. That was my only complaint.
And so, in a quote from Square Enix from a recent shareholders meeting, they said, as part of our market in approach, we engage in trial and error to establish what is best for contemporary consumers based on current market needs and trends. In doing so, it is extremely important to us that we strike the right balance between our approach and the expectations of players who love the original works. While specific titles may call for specific mechanics, we will continue our development efforts by assessing what truly resonates within the current market environment for both original titles and new remakes. So basically, that's a whole lot of nothing. They didn't really say
Anything.
which
Yeah.
way they were going to go. And I guess it's a per game basis. So basically, expect more Final Fantasy remakes. Who knows which ones they're going to do next? 5,
Ooh.
8.
They should
10.
remake 10. I would love that. They should remake 10 and 10 too. They should remake both of those. I would love that. And not in a turn-based style game play. Yeah. They should remake their whole older catalog. I think that would do really well.
That's what this sounds like it's leaning towards. Like, they're definitely going to start doing another one. It's just which one's the next. And 10 is definitely high on the list, I would
10,
imagine.
They should definitely do 10. But, since less people are playing third-person RPGs, who knows really if it'll sell well.
It actually, I think they should do like one of the first 3 just to see it fully up to date. Because honestly, I've never played the first 3, and I would like to play the first 3, but I don't want to play it as maybe I got a retro handheld. What am I talking about? I could play it
exactly, Jaja.
Even though they're all on Game Pass now, they came out like remastered again. So might check it out.
No, but even the remasters, because they remastered 10, and I tried to play it, and it's still just not the same. I think it'll be good if they just took that and just redid it. But that if that's what they're looking to do, that would be cool. Just for any of the older ones. We'll see. And then people need to go buy it. Play RPGs. They're fun. All right, so let's get into some Valve news. So last week we talked about the Steam Machine. We learned about how much it was going to cost. Pre-orders opened, and with it, we talked about how ridiculous the price point was. And with it comes all of the clone machines. There are a couple in here that we're going to talk about. I also saw one. We can kick it off with the one that's in here, and then I'll talk about the other one that I saw.
So first, I'm going to start off with the problem that the Steam Machine is trying to solve, right? So there's an article that's saying that, because everybody's trying to, like you said, make a copycat of the Steam Machine and make it cheaper. And this article is saying what the Steam Machine does that these other ones might not do, right? So one is living room suitability. It's a little cube that you can put, right next to your TV, like a console type of thing. It's even smaller than most consoles. It's not going to get super hot like normal computers' GPU because of, the way they are setting it up. They don't want it to be
So they say. Haven't you guys been? Yes, because I saw an article about the red line of death. Did you guys see that? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, you didn't see that? Yeah. Some people that got the machine early, their machine got like the red line of death. if you guys remember from Xbox, the Red Ring of Death, and just like their machine basically failed.
That is not good.
No, it's not. But continue.
So along with the heat, the fan and making sure it's not too loud. Because, some gaming systems, when they are pumping at full power, the fan can be pretty noisy. And that's something that people look for when they're, want a console-like experience, something that's not going to be super loud and annoying. And yeah, a console-like experience, you can grab a controller, navigate the menu with the joystick and the buttons. I'm finding is something that's really convenient when having a handheld, and especially for me, when having a handheld, like instead of touching the screen, it feels a lot better to use the joysticks in some scenarios. So, with that being said, my algorithm just started throwing all these copycats at me, and shout out to a YouTube channel, ETA Prime. He does a lot of technical breakdowns of new machines coming out. He basically built a machine that is more powerful than the Steam machine with half the cost. He was buying parts from eBay, so that's a caveat. But he said all the parts are readily available. It's not in the form factor of the Steam machine. It's more like a traditional case for the PC, so that's another caveat. But if you're looking for something that's just, in the similar range or stronger than the Steam machine for half the cost, there's something right there. And then
But then I think you lose the appeal of the Steam machine, which is the convenience of it.
Right. But then he also featured another device earlier before the Steam machine price even came out that is not as powerful as the Steam machine. It's called the Minis Forum X77G. It's supposed to be like near the power of the Steam machine, but not as powerful. And I believe it's going for like around $600. So if you want something close to the Steam Deck, and then this is small, this is tiny, this looks it might be smaller than the Steam machine.
It definitely is, but this doesn't look like it. Wait, hold on. Where is it? Let me look at it.
It has the AMD Ryzen 7735H HS CPU and a Radeon RX 6600M GPU. Supposed to deliver smooth 1440p gaming performance.
This is kind of tiny though, huh? Is it possible for something that's this small to be able to run as efficiently?
I mean, it's
actually not that small. It looks small in the photo, but then I'm looking at the video and it's kind of big.
It's like one of those mini PC size, except it's like the way he has it is standing up. I don't know if that's the mount he has it on.
Yeah, it's just flat. That's why, but it's actually not small. It's pretty big. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's something like in the similar form factor and a way cheaper price for the price per power comparison. It's probably a good deal. And then there's some other machines that come in that are people found online that are more powerful in the $800, $900 range. So,
what about these knockoffs that are like not being that original? Like, there's the first knockoff that I saw last week that came up on my timeline was the Stem machine, and I'm just like, can we at least be a little bit more original with the name? And then there's also the Steamroller. I'm just like, guys, come on, what are we doing right now?
We live in the meme era. Everything has to be a meme.
Do your research, guys, before you drop money on these things. That's all I have to say about that. And the Steamroller is this dupe. Isn't it more expensive? Or is it? But it doesn't. Or is it? I don't know. Never mind. Let me not act like I know anything. When I start reading about computer specs, my brain just goes like this. I have no idea what any of it means. So I'm not going to talk about it. But I'm curious to see. I know we're not going to know, but I'm curious to see how many pre-orders the Steam machine actually did, or like reservations, I guess.
I would imagine it's going to sell out at first.
You think so? I don't think so.
Scalper's going to buy them all.
Yeah, let me see. If I just type it in, I want to see if it comes up, but it probably won't.
I mean, I was going to say, what's the last device that had a hard time selling, but the Xbox pops up the first thing I can think of.
Wait, that had a hard time selling? I don't even know.
Yeah, but I mean, the Xbox is selling. It's just not selling as much as the other.
Well, not at launch though. Like, I don't know if I remember. Yeah, I mean, people will buy this, I guess. People with money that don't really know what direction they want to go in, I suppose. But we'll see. But yeah, lots of dupes out there. Just do your research before making a purchase. Yeah. Anything else about Valve?
Mm-mm.
All right. On to disappointing news. PlayStation earlier this week, this is like the biggest news of the week. PlayStation has announced that they will be discontinuing sales of physical discs in 2028. So that means no more physical media from PlayStation. Probably the most ridiculous thing that they could have ever thought to say out loud. But here we are. Lots of backlash from the gaming community, from gamers. This has just been all over my timeline this week. What are your guys' thoughts about this?
I think this is a L for gaming for sure. I mean, I still buy physical. I know a lot of people that are up in arms don't even buy physical games, but I think the implication that it could lead to no more physical games at all is pretty much there. Especially since, I mean, Xbox already announced that the next gen is likely will come without a disc drive.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of how laptops went from default having a disc drive, and PCs too, default having a disc drive to like an add-on. Yeah, I think consoles are headed that direction. So no disc drive, you got to get an add-on. If you do want a disc within, like, are these things even going to be backwards compatible to play your discs?
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. So
yeah. And I'm sure that like PlayStation is probably, I mean, PlayStation was the first one to do it, but I'm pretty sure there has been a time where Xbox has probably thought about doing it as well. And like you said, like PCs already like are not coming with disc drives. If it really is, if the deficit of the purchases of physical media is really as big as they say, I'm sure everyone's thinking about doing that. But it's not great because we talk about often on this podcast about like what ownership means when you're buying digital games. Like you buy these digital games, but you don't own them. And they are still controlled by these corporations who can decide whether or not they want to still service the game, whether or not the game will be something that is even playable in a few years. So it's like now you're giving away all your control if all the games that come out are digital, which is a problem. Also, this is going to hurt like retailers as well, retailers that sell physical media. This is going to hurt like a profit of their sales as well. So, and I know a lot of people are concerned about that. So it's pretty crazy, honestly. Jaja, what do you think?
Yeah, it is. This is not good news. Sony, decided to take its turn and being the topic of the week. This was a huge this was all the talk this week.
Everyone's taking their turn. Yep. Like how are we gonna upset the gamers this week? Let's pile it on.
And like even going back to the GTA story about them bringing this in December or whatever it was confirmed by the Take-Two, whoever's behind GTA, that they are not making physical discs. It's never coming. Like that was just a rumor. So that was the updated
That's what
news
it is,
on that.
Mm-hmm.
So even with this, when Sony first said, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna have physical discs 2028," this came out like early in the week. So this whole week has been everybody trashing it and hoping Sony will take it back, but it does not look like it's gonna be taken back because reports are already confirming that the plants, their warehouses that make the discs are being retrained to manufacture optical micro lenses for power consumption applications. So it's already a done deal. This has been in the works for years. In other news, they're also closing down the PlayStation Store on the PS3 and the PS Vita. So, the value of those physical games are probably going to shoot through the roof. They're closing it in July of 2027. So you have about a year to make any digital purchases you want for the PS3 and PS Vita. But this is the direction, everyone's talking about the gaming industry going all digital, and it kind of sucks.
Well, it does suck. I feel like if games are only gonna be digital, there has to be some middle ground here where it's like if the only option I have is to buy a digital game, then the ownership of that game needs to be 100% mine. Are these gaming companies going to commit to saying that these games will be playable forever if I buy them now, if that's my only option? Probably not, but that's what they need to do because otherwise it's just crazy. Are you going to give me my money back if I suddenly can't play my game next year because you yanked it off of whatever platform? No? Then it's like, I don't know, it's kind of outrageous.
You basically have the same fears as Hideo, Mr. Kojima.
Yeah.
He was quoted saying, so here's his take on PlayStation not releasing physical games. Today, you can still download data but at one point, games will make it into streaming services like Amazon or Netflix, and companies will decide if you can play a game or not. At this point, I won't have anything of mine own.
Yeah. Hmm.
The data will be somewhere in a company, and I will have the right to access it or not, depending on how much data tap is open. The fact that the initial data is not in my possession, but is somewhere held by a private company, means that I will not always have the risk that, for any reason, whether commercial or political, the company could prevent access to that data, and therefore I will no longer be able to see that film. I will no longer be able to play that game. This is what's happening next for the world of video games, and I fear it will also happen for cinema. So this is not just a video game industry problem. Just streaming in general is kind of
Yeah,
spooky.
it
And
is.
there are people like finding ways to host their own servers so that they can own, quote unquote, their digital stuff. So, I mean, it's interesting where the industry going. Like,
Yeah. So basically, like, if the rest of the industry decides to follow suit with this, and I don't know, you would be smart not to, honestly, because I feel like this will drive a lot of people. I don't know, because really, like, I'm curious to see how many people care about this, because I feel like a lot of people now only play digital games, but I guess like completely taking the option away of physical media is what's bothering people. Like, they don't have an option at all; it's their only option. But basically, this is, I don't know, altering
I
what
mean,
game ownership means. Like, there's no such, like, if everyone followed suit with this, like, there's not going to be a such thing anymore as like ownership of games. You're not going to own anything.
right. I mean, if you really look at it, Sony's the last person to join the party and confirm this, right? So, like Nintendo with the Switch 2, they're doing it already. You
Yeah.
get a box with a code in it, and the key cards have been a conversation on, whether the physical game is actually on that or not. Xbox, has been trying to head towards an all digital thing, but they seem like they're trying to rethink that or whatever. But it was going on over there too. So Sony's joining the party in this, and it kind of sucks. And then we also have ex CEO Sean Layden coming out with his quote saying that he disagrees with it, but then he also kind of like defends it, saying that like if making the discs are not really adding to the profit.
Yeah.
So basically, if the disc revenue is not a big part of the company, like if it's not bringing in if it's costing you more than it's bringing in profit, then it doesn't make sense to produce discs anymore. So there could be a world where in the data, people aren't buying the disc to justify even having the physical games out there.
I guess it's our own fault for not buying discs, except for James. James still buys physical games. I don't remember. Well, I think, when was the last physical game I bought? I think Assassin's Creed. I bought Assassin's Creed physical. It depends on the game. Like, if I want, because it depends. Like Final Fantasy, I think I bought that physical just because like the cover and stuff. Yeah, I think it depends, but I think it's our own fault, guys. I guess, from moving
Yeah, because
away. I know digital games are convenient. Like, you don't have to go to the store and buy them and then put the disc in. Having to put the disc in every time you want to play it, I guess. Also, I don't know. Maybe we did it to ourselves, but still. I think that they need to redefine, if there's not going to be an option at all, they need to redefine what a digital game means. I should be able to own it 100%, and you should not be able to touch it at all. But
yeah, in their reasoning, they said that sales skew towards digital anyway, so they say more people are buying digital. I would like to see those numbers. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think what could be a win. So how PC games, they're all digital, but no one really complains, is because they never delist your library. So like even if the game is no longer for sale, you can still play it if you already downloaded it. So I think consoles have to shift to that direction, because yeah, if they delist it from your library completely, then like you genuinely can't even touch the game. So, but yeah, Steam, I think that's what PC gets right. Well, Steam gets right when it comes to digital, because all their games are digital, of course, but you can still access it even if it's no longer on the store.
yeah, there's ways to do it ethically.
That's
And
a big
yes.
thing with good old games too. GOG.com. They don't have the DRM in their game, so you can play them all offline, and that's their big selling point over there.
Yep. So if there's a way for us to skew in that direction, PlayStation, I think that people will generally be okay with it. But I know that people that also collect games, that's kind of sucks for them because they won't be able to collect anymore. But Yeah.
New at least.
Like people that like their steelbook art and their like art books and stuff that comes with these like deluxe editions of games. That kind of sucks for them, but yeah. But yeah, we'll kind of see what happens. I feel like this is just something the entire industry is moving towards, which is unfortunate.
And I was gonna agree with you earlier, like, there's all this outrage and stuff, but like, are we really buying physical games? I can't tell you the last time I
That's what I'm saying.
thought of buying
That's
a
what I'm
physical
saying. Yeah.
game. Like
Yeah.
especially with like the systems coming out, like some of them don't have disk drives, so it's like you got to put in extra work to even try to play these physical discs. But yeah, I mean, we can finish out the Sony news before I go into my other train of thought about what I think about physical discs when we get to
Okay. What else? What else is in here about Sony? Wait. Okay. So wait, what's this article? Sony to delete movies owned by PlayStation. See, this is like what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, this was news from last week. I think they announced that I guess they lost the license to digital titles. I forgot the actual details, but they will be removing about 550 digital titles from the store, and not only from the store, it's gonna be removed directly from your PSN account if you purchased any of these movies.
See, and that's
the even
exactly
more
what I'm talking
crazy
about.
part of it.
But you know what's also crazy, guys, is that this is all listed in the terms of service agreements, which we don't read, as we've talked about a couple of weeks ago on this podcast. So we really can't even be mad, because my first thought is like, give me my money back. But it's probably clearly stated in there that they have the right to do this. Obviously, it's very unfortunate. We should all read the terms of service, guys. Get your reading glasses on and zoom in 150% and spend 20 minutes reading the 10-page long terms of service, so you know what you're getting yourself into. But yeah, it's really unfortunate, and that really sucks.
Yeah, that's taking it to a whole new level as like someone who I like played delisted games. Like there's game Marvel Adventures, I was playing Anthems after you couldn't buy it anymore, and to think that, to imagine them just ripping that game from my library just because you don't want to support it anymore, or in this case, you lost the title, the license. That is concerning. I wonder if, you can't sue them. It's in the licensing agreement, so
You can't
Yeah,
sue them.
you agreed to this already, yeah.
We agreed blindly. We're selling our souls to
But
gaming
honestly,
big
that
corporations.
was one of the first things I thought when Xbox was coming out with all these movies you could buy on here. It's like, okay, these movies are connected to my Xbox account. It's kind of the same thing I think with the games. Like if the Xbox just doesn't exist anymore, then my whole game library is gone, poof, vanished, vamoose.
It
Or
is
you lose
true.
access to your account. So like, let's say you get banned or someone hacks your account and they do something to get you banned, or that you just can't access your account back. Your whole library is gone because it's attached to your account. So I think that's the
Crazy.
whack part about digital.
Yep. It's where we are now. This is what we're moving towards. So it's very unfortunate. All right, moving on. So last week we were talking about, I saw this literally directly after we finished recording. And I was like, oh, this would have been a great topic point for our discussion last week when we were talking about like consoles being expensive. What are the next gen consoles going to cost? This is just a leak, so we don't really know if it's true. But this is a credible leaker according to this article. So a leaker claims that a PlayStation 6 cost Sony $960 to manufacture. With the rise in cost of parts, I feel like that's probably not too hard to believe is true. Apparently, their bill of materials originally, before all the rising costs, was $760 per device, but because of everything going up in price, it's now $960. So one can only imagine how much the PlayStation 6 is going to cost. And this just kind of solidifies my point of last week, that like this is not the time to release your next gen consoles. If it's costing you $1,000 to produce and manufacture, how much is it going to cost the retailer? $1,200 for a PlayStation? It's ridiculous, guys. It's crazy.
So traditionally, I think console makers, they actually sell at a loss. They sell consoles at a loss.
Do they sell at a loss?
Yeah, and they subsidize it with the like subscriptions and game.
Oh, got it. That makes sense. Okay.
They used to.
Yeah,
They're not
that's true.
doing it anymore.
Yeah,
That's
in
true.
a profit-driven world, they probably are pivoting from that strategy.
Yeah, as about
No, they all confirmed that they can't afford to subsidize their consoles anymore. The Xbox said it, and then with the PS6, this is the price today. Like everybody's expecting the memory shortages to continue. So the price of manufacturing a PS6 might go up from $960 So that is, yeah, concern.
Well, I'm not buying a PlayStation 6. I was very firm on that. I'm not interested in buying any next-gen console until I absolutely have to. So, but this is going to be crazy. I'm very interested to see when they actually announce this, how much it's going to cost knowing this information, if this information is true, if they are going to
They're making
sell
it
it at a
tough.
loss. They're making it tough to want a next-gen console? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I don't think we need them right now. But whatever. We talked
Like
about that last week. It's crazy.
I feel like when you get to this point in the industry, like, okay, it's super expensive to make the super high end stuff. Shouldn't people focus on making like the lower end stuff more efficient and cheaper so that, you know, we can make the higher end stuff
Optimization.
more? Yeah.
Telling you, optimization should be the next move. So PS2, let's take it back. The memory card for that was 8 megabytes. You can't do nothing with 8 megabytes these days. You can't
No.
even download a skin for 8 megabytes.
It's true. Yeah. As the years have gone on, we've definitely gotten, the size of the things have definitely gotten crazier. And not even just video games too. It's like the phone. It's like your phone also. Like you can't do anything on 100. You can barely do anything on a 128 gigabyte phone anymore. It's crazy. Like you're kind of getting pushed towards spending more money for the larger sizes because like things are just like too low. Like things just take up too much space now. It is.
The scam with the phones is that they don't come with SD cards no more. So they
Yeah.
force you to buy the super, you know, more memory version of the device just so you avoid that. And then I feel like this, what is this, the first generation or maybe second that the systems, the pro models haven't come out with that optimization in mind, making it cheaper, making it more efficient and more powerful. Now, like I know Xbox didn't come out with one at all, and PS5 Pro just came out and was more expensive, more powerful. So I think we should go back to optimizing.
Yeah. Yep.
And like we
I don't
were
know.
talking about last week, you know, some people don't even have the devices you need to run everything at full power, you know, 120 hertz, 4K. Either your TV is gonna hold you up, your system, you know, you might as well work on optimizing the stuff so that they look the best they can on any type of device. So hopefully we get some shift.
Hopefully. I don't trust the industry to do anything that's helpful to the consumer anymore. I feel like we're past that. I don't know. But yeah. All right, let's
Either
move
that
on
or
to
it's not gonna exist anymore.
Yep, that's true. Let's move on to some Xbox news. What's going on in Xbox?
So yeah, I think this news came out shortly after PlayStation's announcement to discontinue their disc. It seems like Xbox is reportedly testing a way to digitize physical games. This article is kind of clickbaity with the in wake of PlayStation not killing this, but they've been working. We heard of this before. We've been talking about, you know, Xbox making its whole game library able to be playable. How are they going to get this done? We heard them saying that they're working with emulation. Right now, they're using emulation to, you know, digitize a lot of their games. You know, you can put your physical disc in right now, and it'll download the digital license of the most updated game. So this has been in the work, and it'll be cool to see, yeah, if you can just enter your disc into your system and it will give you the digital license to the game. And now you'll be able to play your physical disc. I've been kind of like brainstorming how they get that done. That seems like pretty simple.
That's interesting if that's true. But we don't,
That will
right?
start
This is
the
a report.
Great Pirate Era will start if this comes out.
Are we
think so?
already living in that kind of a era? Well, not really, I guess, because there's no way to pirate digital games.
Yeah, well, I mean, so at home,
Yeah.
people don't typically, easily have a way to just, enter the disc and be like, okay, I got my digital license now.
Yeah.
Once you got your digital, not even the license, once you have the digital file of it, it's pretty much game on from that point.
Yeah, for like hacking and stuff. I think one of the ways this was supposed to work, that like you should still be able to share games with your friends, but once your friend puts in the disc and downloads the license, you'll lose access to the license. So I mean, they that's up to them to figure out to how to secure that and make it unhackable. But it you know, the risk is there for sure.
Then we go back to the studio licensing thing. So like how PlayStation lost studio, well, whatever studio that made them lose all those movies. Like let's say a studio no longer has an Xbox Live. Like a current ongoing license with Xbox. Are all your licenses, your digital licenses, then at that point?
Yeah.
Like, is that still valid or what's going on here? Because if your purchase agreement said you're licensing this from us, and then that studio is no longer licensed with Xbox. What's the consumer doing there? Yeah, I think it's a tough situation. As far as the legality of it goes, the technology I'm sure is there, but it's probably a legality issue.
Wow, guys, we're living in such complicated times. Even just the things that we like do for fun are becoming complicated.
I mean, that's from a consumer's viewpoint. That's something the company has to figure out. Like, I'm not worried about it. Figure it out how to make these games. The license, and I get it because you lose the license, you can't sell it. But one thing I think about, like, okay, like let's say the game's already made. It has all this licensed stuff in it, music, products, whatever. The game itself is an Xbox game still. So maybe I don't know the legal stuff behind it, but maybe they can't sell it. But what if you just own it and you can just download the license that you already own? That would be cool. But it's up to them to figure out how it's gonna work. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff they gotta get right with this. But it seems like they're working on it. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Big question mark on everything.
And this is also like they're heading towards that all digital space too. Like what if in the future you can't. I don't know. I don't know if this signals them going to that all digital space, but there were people. Now I'm not even gonna bring that out. Yeah. I'm not even gonna bring what I was gonna say. Forget it.
Okay. Okay. What else is going on in Xbox news?
What else?
Didn't we talk about this? Arcane maybe be getting shut down because Blade also might be getting canceled. Didn't we talk about how Blade was cursed, both in the gaming industry and in the movies?
Somebody got a grudge out there against Blade. What's going on with Blade?
Is this true?
I think we got news that it was shutting down, and then it was not, and then now it seems like I don't know the timeline, but hopefully this game comes out. Where everybody's still trying to like hold their breath, waiting for all these Microsoft layoffs that's about to happen. Like we kind of don't know.
It's all a report right now, though. So I mean, I guess yeah. Well, with Xbox, yeah. But
and who Arcane is behind Blade? I was seeing something about the studio behind State of Decay 3. What is it? Compulsion Games, I think that's Compulsion Games. Is that State of Decay 3? Yeah. Oh, Undead Labs is State of Decay, I think. And they're like talks about them being shut down, and it's like their super huge game didn't even come out yet. Like this is like an insane time to be coming into working on super blockbuster AAA game, and then they're talking about your studio shutting down at the same time. That's got to be stressful.
I know. I was about to say I'd be just constantly stressed out all the time. I hope that when you guys are away from the studio, developers, that you're focusing on your mental health, because it's just like you never know. It's very unstable.
Yeah, it's crazy because like so many people's dream job was literally at a video game studio or a game development, something aligned with gaming. But now it seems like that's probably one of the most unstable industries to work in at the moment.
Unless you're independent, don't be bought out by the big corporations, guys. Do what you love.
Gaming is game.
Yeah. If developing games is what you love, get some other people who's like that's their passion and make your own game. That's all you gotta do.
Gaming is where you want to be right now. They are making all the monies right now in game.
Yeah, they're doing something right by just sticking to the core of what matters. So, yeah.
And then some people just do it for the love. You got people making Genesis games and like making new games for older systems, like just because they love video games. We need to get back to that spirit of video game.
Yeah. Anything else in video game news before we move on?
No.
All right. So the Anime Expo was this past weekend. And we got a lot of announcements out of there. Anime Expo is something that I see every year. I see it on social media when it happens, and every year I'm reminded about how much I don't want to go there. It just looks like it's so crowded. Every single year, it looks overpacked.
Shoulder to shoulder with people for the weekend.
And it's like, this is too much.
I've seen a report saying that the fire marshals had to shut it down at one point because it was too crowded.
It's so crazy. I'm like, I just will enjoy this from afar, and I will go to the significantly less crowded Anime NYC.
Yeah, I'll just watch the dope trailers when they drop. Like we got a trailer for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run coming back September, and it's going to be week to week. JoJo's Friday is back. JoJo fandom.
Great. After they scammed you guys, I'm glad that they have released.
Netflix got their act together. They said, you know what? We were dead wrong. So now they got their act together. You're getting weekly JoJo's in September.
But I still cannot believe that they did that though. It's just
Whose idea that was?
outrageous. And they didn't even tell you guys ahead of time. It's so crazy. Yeah, somebody messed up there big time, but I'm glad. September is right around the corner, James. So you're this much closer. We're like, July just started, but I feel like July is going to be over like tomorrow. That's just how time is moving. The summer is almost over. You'll be back in the fall. You'll have JoJo's. It's gonna be good.
JoJo Fridays.
Yep. What else? What other big announcements came out of Anime Expo?
Solo Leveling. So
They're getting a
they're
movie.
going to release a movie. Did you guys watch that? It was like a concept trailer.
I did not watch it.
That might be the best animation I've ever seen in my life. I honestly thought it was like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit type situation. Like it looked realistic until like a character popped up on the screen. It was that realistic.
Wow.
Is that like, wow? Either that's really, really good CGI or I'm trying.
But like, did they fuse live action with the animated part of the trailer, or was that all?
Yeah, that's what I wonder. I was like, is this new school Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the anime? Because this looks incredible.
This does look very good. I have to watch this. I have to get to this on my. Maybe I'll move this up the watch list so I can be hip when this movie comes out. When is it coming out? Do we know?
I think it said they're targeting a 2027 release.
Okay.
So yeah, no hard release yet.
Okay, that'll give me some time to watch it.
Yeah,
because that looks crazy. Like that looks like that looks like a must see in IMAX. So get your money ready, guys. It's not cheap.
In IMAX or 4K, you definitely need something sharp watching that.
Yeah.
That looks incredible.
Definitely not made for the standard movie theater. It's coming out in the theaters, right? Did they say that?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Release.
Okay, great. All right. Any other trailers that looked interesting? I actually didn't watch any of these trailers, so I don't know what's coming out. I'm not hip to the upcoming anime.
A lot of people talking about Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh well, yes, that's a given.
I think Black Clover got a trailer.
Oh, did it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Did we get a trailer for Ghost of Tsushima, or did we just get concept art? I look like it was just concept art.
But yeah, I didn't see no trailer for that one.
Yeah.
But we got a release for the Demon Slayer, the most recent movie, is coming to Crunchyroll later this month. So
okay, but when is the next movie coming? Guys, you know what is crazy? I completely forgot that this movie still had 2 more parts to go, and I was just like, I randomly remembered when I was like doing stuff around the house, and I was just like, wow, are people gonna? Well, of course people are gonna care, but it's like, why are they doing this? Like, are they really gonna make us wait 2 years in between movies? That's insane. Because we're coming up on a year, right? When did it come out? October? September? Of last year? We're coming up on a year since the first one. No announcement of when the next one is coming out. They're really going to make us wait 2 years between movies. That is so crazy. No one's going to hear about this by the time it finally finishes. It's insane.
There's a new Sonic animation coming out.
Interesting.
Yeah, did you see the trailer for that? That looks insane.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one for sure.
Sonic anime? Come on. Give me that.
Need it.
What else?
They had a game booth, so they announced a bunch of different anime or games at Anime Expo. So it looks like we got some anime games coming up. I'm never too thrilled for anime games just because they don't seem to be that fun to me personally. I'm sure there's an audience. Well, I know there's an audience, but
there definitely is an audience. Yeah,
the audience isn't me in this case. I think we should get like a Souls like Bleach game or something like that. We need to expand the genres. We don't need a bunch of
no more fighting games,
guys.
It doesn't
honestly. Anime games are getting better. Y'all just aren't playing them. I'm telling you. The Attack on Titan 2
Name 5.
Fire.
Okay.
We getting the Avatar fighting game. I don't know. There are people like that game. The Invincible fighting game seems to be pretty good.
But James is saying that we need to move away from fighting games. We need to move these anime games have so much potential to be like RPGs, to be like different types of things. So, it's always a fighting game.
The Attack on Titan 3 game, I was watching like some gameplay that came out on my Instagram, and it looks like that's going to be like a base building survival, like resource gathering type. It looks like pretty interesting. It looks like they changed the game loop from the second one, and it looks like the graphics look pretty good. The fighting pretty tight. The anime games are getting better, man.
Yeah, I think they just can't be scared to explore genres. So we could get like some roguelikes, some platformers, some Metroidvanias. Yeah, we got to expand beyond 3D arena brawlers and like Dynasty Warrior style, just one hit, you take out 3,000 people kind of games.
Give me a Sailor Moon open world RPG, please.
Ooh.
And Bleach, like James said, that would also make a good game. A lot of these games would just do really well in that kind of format. A lot of these anime properties, I mean. Yeah. So somebody do that, please. I'm begging you. Somebody that has money to obtain the rights and then do that,
About to
please.
say they got to deal with licensing.
Yeah.
I mean, they got I don't know if you ever played the My Hero Battle Royale game.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
One Justice, is that what it's called?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
basically
I was
like
remember
Fortnite with My Hero characters and gameplay.
Yeah. Oh, Ultra Rumble. Yeah, I was playing that for a little while. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. Any other worthy announcements out of here?
Yeah,
There's a lot of stuff that happened.
Kagurabachi did they announce that at the thing? They got a trailer for Kagurabachi?
This trailer came out before Anime Expo.
Oh, before? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay.
Got some Blue Lock news, Apothecary Diaries, Fearing. I think they announced the new season 3. I don't think they showed a trailer. At least I didn't see one.
That'd be kind of crazy if there was a trailer already, because I feel like that just ended not that long ago. When is Apothecary Diaries coming out? That was an announcement for season 3, right? When are we?
I don't think they have a release date.
Ugh. Okay, that's fine. Well, we know these things are coming back. I would like to see a date, please. But that's fine. What else? Anything else?
Nothing crazy to highlight for me.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, just JoJo's. Yeah, I speak for the whole pod and all the listeners, all the supporters. We're all excited for JoJo's.
Yeah.
Netflix,
yes.
do it some justice.
I still have time to catch up on JoJo's before this actual season drops. So, and I'll get back on that. All right, let's move on to some TV movie news, which there's not much.
Go
ahead.
I did want to talk about the Kagurabachi teaser trailer. Did y'all see that?
Yes, I saw it. Is this the one? Did we talk about this one already, or no?
Not this trailer. I think we talked about the visuals that came out, the character.
Oh yeah.
Design. I mean, the hype is continuing for this manga, this anime that's about to come out. Like, it's supposed to be one of those.
The animation already looks like it's going to be pretty good. So
coming 2027 April.
Just like everything else. That's right, guys. The year's almost over, kind of.
Yeah, it's still so much to watch and play this year, though.
I know. I can't keep track of all the things that there is to watch and play this year. It's crazy. Clearly. All right.
I've been looking for an anime to get me super hyped up, and this probably is filling the role for me right now. So I'll be tracking this one until it comes out.
All right, moving on to some TV movie news. We got an announcement that they're working on a Mr. Terrific TV show. Mr. Terrific made his appearance in the new Superman movie that Jaja hated. But it's cool that he's getting a show because he was an interesting character in the movie that I think a lot of people liked. So now he's getting a spinoff. There's not much known about it right now, just that it's happening.
Wait, he was in Supergirl?
No, Superman, not Supergirl.
Oh, okay, got it.
Right? He was in Superman, right? I'm not making that up?
Yeah.
Yes, he was. I was like, okay. I thought I was getting confused with something else. I still haven't seen Supergirl. I don't know. You guys, just the way that people are talking about it is really making me not even want to see it. But yeah.
I keep confusing him with my guy from Marvel.
Oh, Wonder Man?
Yeah.
That's racist of you, Jaja. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
They're like the same character.
No, they're not. Are they?
Not really, but
no. I'm just like, what? Okay. But yeah, that's exciting. So as long as James Gunn is not writing this one, it should be good. He just has a way of, I don't know. His work is becoming too distinct for me. But yeah, we'll see what happens. There's no release or anything because we're still very early, but we'll see what happens. Cool. And then, did you guys want to talk about X-Men 97? Your impressions of the first 3 episodes, or are we not?
Wait, while we're on Supergirl, I'm just looking at the box office. It looks like it didn't do too good.
It didn't. It's a box office, which I'm kind of surprised by because I thought that there was more initial hype around it, but I think it had probably what was the drop off from the first
74% drop off.
Ooh, that is crazy. That's crazy. That's pretty big. I have to go. I'm gonna go see it, guys. I have to support women leads in movies. Okay, I'm not gonna let this flop if it's because of the sexists out there. Okay, I'm gonna go see it. I've made up my mind. I'll go see it this week if I have time. The week I was off would have been a good time to see it.
It could be a continuation of what we've been talking about before, superhero burnout type of thing.
Is it superhero burnout or is it just...
here? Spider-Man drops in 3 weeks.
It does.
And I'm on 10s.
don't subscribe to superhero burnout. It's just been a conversation.
Is it superhero burnout, or is it people just not wanting to watch a Supergirl movie because it's Supergirl? Is it toxic? Is it toxic masculinity rearing its ugly head again?
I think different characters have different popularity levels. Supergirl's always been like, we haven't got a lot of things featured Supergirl. There's no really hype around Supergirl.
That's true. But I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna support Millie Alcock, and I will go watch the movie. And Spider-Man does come out in 3 weeks. I'm very excited.
Pre-order a ticket before they sell out.
You think they will? Probably will. They probably will.
Nah, you get it.
The Spider-Verse people are also talking about their movie, hyping it up. So
I was about to buy those on Blu-ray this week since all physicals are coming to an end, basically. So
they saying the next movie is supposed to be something we've never seen before. I was reading an article today about it.
Wait, what happened?
They were saying that the people behind the new Spider-Verse, even though it's a year out, are hyping it up, saying that it's supposed to be something like special.
First of all, Tom Holland and Zendaya are busy in the month of July because Spider-Man's coming out, but they're also both in The Odyssey, which is coming out on July 17th. So that's another movie that I'm going to be seeing.
Power couple.
Get that out the way, and then we focus on Spider-Man.
James is like, forget about that. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. I will be watching that and supporting them both. So yeah, there's just a lot. I really got to renew my movie pass because there's a lot happening. All right, moving on.
Mm-hmm. So what, X-Men 97?
Yeah, if you guys want to talk about it, I don't know how much there is to say or how much you guys want to dive into it right now.
Spoiler free.
Spoiler free.
I mean, one thing I wanted to come on here and say about this X-Men 97 show, like this show means a lot to me, like personally, just because I feel like it's one of those American shows that is like the closest to anime manga, that relationship where like there's a bunch of comics based on this thing, but here's the animated show. Like this show does just such a good job of making me want to go dive deep into the comics of just X-Men lore. They're killing it. They're doing an absolutely amazing job with the story and the pacing and the action and the animation, everything. This show is just, it's one of those for me.
Nice. James, what are you thinking about it?
I think it's off to a great start. I don't have any familiarity with the comics, so I never read the X-Men comics, but I'm interested in what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, I mean, the first episode was good, so it picked up right where I left off. Bluff no beats. The first episode was really solid. So yeah, I'm interested. Well, first of all, I have to get through these 3 episodes, but then after that, I'm interested to see the rest of the season goes. How many episodes are this season? 6, 8, 10?
And the whole season total, not sure. I know 3 are out already.
Yeah, 3 are out right now.
I hope it's at least 10.
It's gonna be.
Tell me 12. Drum roll, please.
All right, hold on. Will it be? Tell me why. Hold on, let's see. 9. What? What an odd number.
It's a third of the way done already.
Why not just 10? Bump it up 1 more.
6 more weeks of this.
That's kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Season 1 was great. I'm sure that this season's also gonna be great. I think season 1 was also 8 or 9 episodes, so that's fine. But yeah, off to a strong start. All right, anything else before we wrap up for this week? No? Alrighty. Well, everyone, James, have fun at DreamCon next week. Come back and tell us lots of stories. I hope that you have a better time. I hope that this time it's more centered on the nerd stuff,
Yeah,
not on
them streamers out of there, man.
yeah.
Rage streamers, IRL streamers. We don't want to do your hot take interviews. There's 30 people around asking, what's your anime hot take? Get some original content.
James, you can get some original content on behalf of the Blerds and Nerds podcast. And then whatever news that you have coming out, whatever anime you're voicing or starring in.
And
can't wait to figure out
for me on the heels of DreamCon.
Can't wait to figure out what
on a YouTube.
Can't wait to figure out what that is.
About to announce my retirement from podcasting.
That's so sad. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for another week of the Blerds and Nerds podcast. As always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Blerds Nerds, follow us on TikTok, BlerdsNerds_pod. Send us an email, blerdsnerds@gmail.com, if you're a creative of color in the nerd space that wants to come on to talk about your work. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. Even if you just listen to our audio episodes, just head over to our YouTube, give us a subscribe, like the episode. We would really appreciate it. And then, as always, you can just continue to support us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast app of choice. Thank you for your continued support. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the Blerds and Nerd podcast. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Josh.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.